today's show, I have three remarkable women of faith joining me in the studio to talk about motherhood, ministry, and making an impact in the marketplace. Joining me first is Jeannie Ortega. She's a singer-songwriter, actress, and wife to Reverend the Righteous Rebel. I know he loved that. Jeannie Ortega is a New York native who signed her first major record deal with Disney subsidiary Hollywood Records at the age of 16. Jeannie also spent several years on the pop radio circuit. Her first single, Crowded, co-written with Stargate and featured rapper Papoose, Love and Hip Hop, yielded a top 25 single on the Billboard Hot 100 charts and was certified gold on radio airplay, being heard by over 250 million people. Her debut album, No Place Like Brooklyn, in 2006, debuted at #1 on Billboard's Heat Seekers chart. Ortega spent the summer of 2006 as the sole opening act for pop star Rihanna on her nationwide tour. But after attaining her childhood dream of becoming a successful pop singer, Jeannie had a life-changing divine encounter. She then made a decision to use her gifts for God in building his kingdom. So in the fall of 2010, she was showcased on the #1 Christian cable network, TBN. So Jeannie has shared her life-touching story and her transformation of God all over the world. And so now she actually hosts her own show on TV and Salsa called In the Mix, and she is a journalist for the Christian Post. So today, Jeannie's with me on a special day. It's the 31st of May, although this will be airing this Saturday. We're celebrating her Road to 31 mixtape, 31 unreleased songs in their rawest form from the past decade and a half of her life. Well, welcome, Jeannie, to the Authentic Living Show.
Thank you. Wow. I was listening to my story back, and I'm like, wow.
Your life flashed before you, right? Isn't it always crazy when you're sitting there and someone's reading your bio? It's like, okay, like, let's get to the point, right?
You know, what's funny is I usually cringe and I'm hiding. I'm like, oh, but I feel like lately God has just been encouraging me, just taking me back through my journey, how far I've come. It's incredible. So, I'm so grateful for him.
And well, it's so cool to take a glance back because you literally see God's handprint on every season of your life. Even when you were out in the world and you thought you were going one direction, God literally said, you know what? I'm going to do a straight pivot turn and put you in the direction that I've called you to go in.
He sure did.
And the Bible says clearly that when we're young, we go in a way, but when we get older, it's time to surrender, right? Mm-hmm. And allow God to fulfill his plans and purposes for our life. So why don't you talk to our listeners a little bit today about this Proverbs 31 woman, this journey to becoming that, and really what inspired this project for you?
Yeah.